What you're about to witness isn't just another transformation story, but it's proof that when you work with someone who understands frequency and identity at the deepest level, everything accelerates. And I want you to meet Laika. When she first came to me, her world was crumbling. She was in a relationship that wasn't aligned, her business was going down fast, and her entire identity, was being challenged. But here's what makes this different. Most people spend years trying to manifest change on their own. They meditate, they journal, they visualize, and then they wait and wait and wait. But when you work with someone who can map your identity frequency and create targeted activations, that's when the magic happens fast. And so, in just a short time of working together, watch how Laika completely broke free from her top, manifested aligned friendships that support her growth and who she is, landed a six-figure opportunity, and attracted the perfect business partner for her business venture. This happened in a span of 3 months. She went from a dark night of the soul to a life that she loves in 3 months. This isn't about luck or coincidence, but this is about understanding the frequency that you are broadcasting and systematically shifting. But you're probably tired of me yapping, so I will let Laika tell her story and share her own transformation. Laika, what were the challenges you were experiencing before we started working together?
Oh, before we started working together, I had been diagnosed actually with anxiety and depression. So at this time, I was engaged to my ex-fiance, and we were kind of young, I would say. Like I had just turned 24 when we started dating, and then we got engaged very quick into the relationship. And at this time, I was working for a tech company, but that company eventually had to lay off all of the employees and it died. And it was you who told me, I feel like you should start your business. That is when we met. And at first I thought, yeah, I know. I wanted to start a business. Like that is what I want to do. And at this time we really didn't have anything going on. So we needed to do it fast. Otherwise our funds would really run out, like totally. So after that, after I met you, I told my ex-fiance, we should do it. We should do it. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we should do it because if we don't do it, this idea is just gonna jump to someone else and then they're going to do it. And we started doing sessions. And I think like at the beginning of it, when we were just preparing for the launch of the ice cream business, I even told you, Kevin, I think this is going to go viral.
Mm.
Remember? After a month of launch, our first viral video on TikTok blew up to like 19 million views. And
Wow,
then after, yeah,
19 million?
yeah, 19 million
Holy moly.
views. And then after that, we kept going viral. And so far, our highest view is 42 million. And
Whoa.
overall, we have like 150 million engagements on TikTok. So that was the first ever um, thing that happened to me that blew my mind because when I said it to you, Kevin, I think this is gonna go viral. I said it with such like it wasn't even intentional, it was very casual. It was like I put it out and the universe heard it and I wasn't attached to the outcome. So the universe was like, okay, here you go. And it started getting some really good traction that eventually we met who would be our business partners later here in Boracay. They were our customers in Siargao, and they love the product so much that they asked, "Do you want to take this to Boracay?" And at first, I didn't think that they were serious about it, but we exchanged contacts, and then later on, we were able to close the deal. And so, 7 months after we opened the pop up in Siargao, we launched our branch in Boracay. So at first, okay, this is good. This is very exciting stuff for us. But in terms of my relationship with my ex-fiance, it wasn't doing very well already at this point. That this is very sad. but but for New Year's of this year, 2025, we actually had to spend New Year's by ourselves. Because we were fighting at the time. And at this time we were still in Siargao and he had this opportunity to take a job in Boracay because my ex partner is a music producer and a DJ. So he was being offered a job here as an events manager. And so it took us some time deciding whether we should do it or not, because we really love being in Siargao. But at the same time, it didn't feel like we were having a great time there already. It felt like we were on constant survival mode, despite having the ice cream open now in Boracay. We were having a lot of challenges in Siargao, and for this reason, it was also affecting our relationship so much. So a lot of fights, a lot of arguments. So eventually, we just decided to, okay, let's do it. Let's move to Boracay. First, I thought, okay, this is it. Our life is going to get so much better from here. Okay, but boy, was I wrong. the I think maybe the first 3 weeks of like arriving here, we had our first fight, another mini breakup, and then okay, we were able to talk it through, and so we made up again. And then a month after that, I was meditating because okay, when I moved to Boracay, at first it was really hard for me to meditate. It's a different environment. It is more touristic than Siargao, more people, more energy that you feel around. So I was really starting to get anxious already. But eventually, after a month, we moved to another apartment. I was able to meditate consistently, and I really tried to make it part of my daily routine. So one day I was meditating, and my ex-partner was at his workplace. I was just alone at home in the morning, and I was meditating, and I literally had this profound experience where I was sitting with my higher self. And at this time, I was meditating from the point of view of my present self, right? So sitting with my higher self, and we had such I don't know, it wasn't just a catch up, it was a conversation, her telling me that things are going to be so good for me, that there is a big shift coming, that everything will be fine, that I am always guided. So it felt, I felt really connected to that version of me. But at this time, like I said, I was still meditating from the point of view of my present self. So after that, after the meditation, I was really crying, and I had to write on my journal about that experience. And I don't usually write my meditations, but that was the first time that I had such a really profound experience meditating by myself, that I had to write it down. And I knew right at that point that a big shift was really about to come in my life. And true enough, like 2 days after, my ex and I had a really, really, really huge argument that for me it was the last straw. After that, I just had to end the relationship. And for a while, I was obviously like, okay, we were engaged for 3 years, and all of the sudden, I now have to live alone at a place that is new to me. And also, I have our two cats. They're like my kids.
We and I were already working together during this time, right? And so this
Yeah.
this was happening while we were working together. How did you feel?
Yes,
How did you
yes.
feel about that? That kind of like there's stuff that crumbles to help you with your life. How was that?
Man, okay. For me, I have always believed that once you hit your rock bottom, there is no other way but up. So obviously at first it was very painful for me. But like you said, we were already working at this time. So I don't know if you remember, but we had this conversation, and I told you, oh my God, Kevin, this is what's happening to me.
Mm.
And you told me that pain is real, but suffering is optional. And when you said that, something in my head really clicked. And I decided, it was like just a switch, it was like a light switch. And I just switched it off. I am not going to be a victim of this breakup. And after that, I felt okay. I didn't feel that the best, obviously, but I felt so okay that I literally stopped crying. I stopped crying, and that was maybe like 2 days after the breakup. And usually for me, after a breakup, I would be crying for weeks or even months because of our conversation that time. it felt very empowering to me that
Mhm.
I thought if I just think it, that I am okay, that I am not a victim, then I am not going to be a victim. And that is what happened. But obviously, like when the emotions would come up, I would just
Mm.
let them come up and feel them.
Exactly. Don't
But
bypass it.
overall, yeah,
Yeah.
overall, it wasn't like how my breakups before, that I would just
Mm.
be in bed, not able to do anything.
What was it like? Like, because I remember you were doing the meditations, and then suddenly that shook your life up. You know what I mean? And then it was like, and then in that moment, you're like, it's like you had a dark night of the soul, and the universe literally yanked you out of your relationship because you needed to be free. You know? How was that?
Exactly. Oh my God, it felt very freeing because, okay, I've known for the longest time that me and my ex-partner we weren't really aligned in many things. And obviously, because we were already engaged, we both wanted it to work. And we didn't want to waste all the time spent together. And to be fair, we did a lot of things together that if you think about it, you would really want to fight to keep it going. But like I said, most of the things that we were doing it on survival mode. So that is
Mm.
also not good. So when I broke up with him, I thought I should have done it like a long time ago.
Got it.
I
Got it.
should have done it a long
Yeah.
time ago.
But the
But
universe had to
yeah,
do it.
divine timing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Oh
you
man.
said, I can be stubborn sometimes.
Mm.
So if I keep saying, if I keep accepting something that is not aligned with me,
Mm.
the universe will just be forced to kick it out of my life. So that is
Mm.
what happened there. So it
Wow.
was a lot of trusting the process, trusting the divine, the source.
I remember we were doing activations during this time as well. And so,
Yeah.
how was that experience, and what kind of like stood out the most in the way that I guided you or explained things as well?
That was a very long meditation. And like most part of it was really clearing the energy blocks.
Mm.
And then after the session, literally after the session, maybe like 30 minutes, his boss at his workplace apparently said, okay, you should come to the office today, despite it being his day off. You should come to the office today. I was like, okay, you should go there and then just come back later tonight. But later that night, and I even made dinner for us, he never showed up. Okay. So I was really pissed at him. And I didn't talk to him until the next day because he did not reply to me the entire night. So, okay, later, the next day, that night, I ran into a friend at one of the bars here, a friend, and she told me something that my ex had been lying about. Like he was literally lying about the girls that he had been seeing, what he had been really doing. And for me, these are non-negotiable. If you do something like that, if you lie to my face like that is non-negotiable to me. And if I had known that he was doing all of those things, I wouldn't even have considered reconciling
Mm.
with him.
Mm.
So after this, I literally cut him out of my life. And I thought to myself, wow, literally after my meditation with Kevin, which is energy clearing, so I can receive more, this happened. So I can finally kick him out of my life for good.
Mm.
And true enough, after that, we did not reconnect anymore. I cut the string.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I remember we were doing the activation, and then you told me like, "Oh, I got a confession that my my ex was my ex was in the
Yeah,
apartment as well." I'm like, "Okay, that's on you." But
yeah,
that
I
just
know.
goes to show that meditation can bring in a dark night of the soul, because the universe like loves you so much that it wants to yank you out of your miserable situation
Yes,
when you
exactly.
are too stubborn enough to get yourself out of that situation as well. And so
Yes.
sometimes it needs that, and that's why the support is necessary as well in regards to that as well. So what do you feel like the breakthrough moment was when you had while we were working together?
My breakthrough moment.
Yeah, what
Okay,
happened after the
so
separation?
what happened after the separation? A lot of things happened in my life. I have been telling people the like that was before the relationship
Mm.
was a different like to the one in the relationship and the like after the relationship. And every time I am evolving. So funny, so funny. Okay, after the breakup, I started going out so much. I made so many, well, not so many, okay, but I made a couple of very genuine friends. And I made like a lot of party friends,
Mhm.
I would say. And after that, I was just, okay, I was just letting myself be, just to be,
Mm.
just to be. It feels like, for me, I thought, It felt like for a very long time I wasn't able to just be. I was always worrying what's gonna happen,
Mm,
what's gonna happen with the business, with the
mm,
relationship, when are we leaving the Philippines? Because we were planning to move outside of the country. Like when are all the plans that we have been creating going to actually happen?
mm,
I always had that thought in my head. And so me personally, I was constantly on survival mode. So this was the time when, my God, I don't know what's gonna happen. I was at this time I was also like after the breakup, and my ex actually did owe me some money that he never paid me back. So and now I had to pay the apartment all by myself. There was a lot of things going on, but I was like, you know what? I don't know. I don't know when the next money is coming into me, but I am just gonna live my life. And I know that the money will come when it has to come,
mm,
you know. And yeah, at one point I was running out of money and we were able to close the deal for the marketing. And I was just like, wow, okay, divine timing.
mm,
But yeah, most of it, I was giving myself space to just breathe, to just enjoy life and
mm,
not have to worry despite not knowing what's going to happen next. So, like I said, it is a lot of trusting the process, trusting that the universe is going to show for me when it needs to show up. And it has been like that for me. And so maybe like 3 months. Now it's 3 months after the breakup, right? And it feels like I was able to like, okay, breathe it all out.
mm,
And now I am ready to start a new life again, which is funny enough because I started seeing this guy casually. We were casually seeing each other, and we met like 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago. And the other day, he told me, because when he met me, I was like partying so much. I was hanging out with different people. He told me the other day, when I met you, it felt like I had known you for months
wow.
because we connected. We connected instant.
Nice.
We had a lot of similarities. And then now I started hanging out with different people. I started doing different things. He told me, now it feels like I'm getting to know you. Because, like I said, I am constantly evolving as a person. So, the Laika, very soon after the breakup, and then the Laika now moving forward
Yeah.
feels not totally different,
Mm,
but it feels different. And that is also because, when I told you this on WhatsApp, I think, that that guy, when we started hanging out, um, he started getting like a lot of client deals. He
mm,
started closing client deals. I think we also had a good energy exchange because okay, he was able to close more client deals. And I asked you even, like Kevin, since I started hanging out with this guy,
mm,
he started closing more client deals. And so I was thinking, how can I do that for me? I know I could do it for me. But I don't know, maybe something was blocking me. But you told me that just make a decision.
mm,
Okay, I want to make a decision and be firm about it. So I did do that. When did I ask you that? Maybe like 2, 3 weeks ago. So I
yeah.
did that. And at one point, I was just in my apartment staring at the ceiling. Like I didn't
Mm,
want to go out. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And my laptop broke, and my phone also did. So at this point, I could not do any. So I was like, what am I gonna do from here? And the ice cream shop, by the way, at this point, we had to temporarily close. But I will tell you more about that later. So at this point, I was just staring at my ceiling, and I thought to myself, I don't want to do outreach for clients. I don't want to keep sending applications. I hate sending out job applications, and that is why even before I would tell you, Kevin, I need a job, but I never actually send out applications because I
mm.
don't like tailoring my cover letter. So
How
I
did
thought,
you how did you manifest those jobs? How did you get those?
okay, so I
Just briefly,
manifested.
just briefly.
Okay, so I manifested, right? I thought a minimum of 150,000, 150,000 for me to just have like a good good life again without being on survival mode. We start from there because I know the ice cream business is going to give me much more later. So I started meditating on it. And when okay, that night that I was just at home, I thought to myself, okay, I will just apply to something and do it intentionally. How I answered the questionnaire form was just me telling the story of how I got here, throughout my career. And I think the next day they emailed me back and we set up a call, and she told me, I really loved how you answered the form, and I really like her personality. So yeah, like, okay, I did a test week with them, which is paid, and after that I got hired full time, and they met the 150,000 goal and even more. Like they added more to it. So now I am here with a full time job and the ice cream business. Which, okay, like 3 weeks ago, my friend from Manila was here, and I told her that the ice cream shop is temporarily closed now. I have to revisit my partnership with my business partner. And I told her very casually, like a friend just venting to a friend. And after that, maybe, yeah, 2 weeks after, she was like, can we schedule a call to talk about your ice cream business? Because my fiance and I were interested in doing a business in Boracay. So maybe we could help you out or find someone who can help you. So we had a call last week, Wednesday or Tuesday, last Tuesday. Then after the call, they immediately booked a flight for Friday.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, they came here. They flew here on Friday. We had some meet. We checked the numbers because my friend is also an accountant, and now we are cooking another partnership, but we are revisiting our partnership with my business partner because I needed someone to work on the numbers. I am the marketing girl, me.
Mm.
But I needed someone to help me with the numbers and the operations of the business. So that is what they're offering now. So our goal is to reopen the shop by the end of this month before the high
Wow.
season of
Yeah.
the holidays.
Perfect timing
Here.
again.
Yes.
That's amazing. So
Yes.
what's life like now for you?
Oh, I love my life now. I feel like I I have been hanging out with my girlfriends recently. I love it because hanging out, okay, in Manila especially, I had a lot of gay friends and I love them. I love them too. And I started hanging out with girls, but girls who are not very feminine. But
Mm.
now I am literally hanging out with a group of girls who are so feminine that I just feel the divine feminine energy in
Love
me.
it.
Yeah. So it's not just about and also it's very empowering that I was able to go back to not to having a full time job, but to this industry because it's a fintech industry.
Mm.
And I just love being a woman in a male dominant industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tech is mostly for men.
Yeah.
So being a woman working in this industry feels very empowering to. Usually I would say it's a big dick energy, but now I'm calling it divine feminine
That's good.
energy.
Let's go. Taking over. The divine feminine is taking over. So that's
Yeah.
crazy. So you have wonderful new friends. You have a six-figure job. You
Yeah.
have you manifested a new business partner who literally
Yeah.
complements what's lacking or what was with what
Yes.
you're
Yes.
doing. And you got a man. You got a new man who loves you. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, not really.
Okay.
I it's a very casual thing. I am
Okay.
at the point right now where I seeing people here and there.
Okay. Wonderful. Hey,
Uh,
uh, whatever makes you happy. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah.
wonderful. So what do you feel like you have noticed with your like mindset, your emotions, with like the meditations and the activations? What has changed?
Overall, it has a very positive effect on me because, like I said before, I had been diagnosed with anxiety. As a very anxious person, I would literally say, if something is going to happen in the morning, I would stay awake till the morning because I could just not stop thinking about it. But now, when I feel some jitters,
Mm.
I would literally put on my AirPods
Mm.
and start breathing with the
That's it.
meditation.
That's how
That's
simple it
it.
is, right?
Yeah.
Breathing and relaxing.
Uh, And sometimes it feels like, my God, you know what, this is impossible, but I'm just gonna meditate on it anyway.
Mm.
And then the universe will always find a way.
So, if you could sum up the transformation in one sentence, what do you feel like it
My transformation. God, my transformation is the best thing that has ever happened to my life.
from a dark night of the soul
So
to the best thing that has ever happened? Wow.
yeah, best thing that ever happened to my life. I feel like now, obviously when I started dating my ex, I was 23 years old.
Mm.
Now I am 27. So in terms of the age range also, I am very much mature now.
Mm.
So the people that I am also meeting, the friends that I have now, some of them are even older than me, some of them younger. So even their mindset now is very different from what I used to know.
Mm.
And then it felt like in the relationship, I was kept on the same, okay, just survival, survival, survival. Now, feels like I broke out of the shell
Mm.
and I am surrounded with people
Mm.
who are also on a different level of understanding
Mhm.
in regards to life overall already. So whenever I would vent out to them,
Yeah.
I get not just advice but also support as well.
Mm.
Right?
So how long was that? How long was that transformation been since your ex, since you and your ex fought till now? Because that sounds like
Okay,
a quick time.
July, August. Okay, we broke end of May,
Yeah.
and now it's September 2nd. So
Wow.
just like around 3 months.
3 months. Wow. And that is like a rapid transformation. What did you say? From being
Yes,
pulled
very.
from being pulled into your dark night of the soul and into loving your life in as little as 3 months. That is
Yeah,
wow.
exactly.
So what would you say the favorite
Exactly.
parts was with working with me?
My God, my favorite part of working with you, everything.
Thank you, thank you.
I know. My God. But I love when we started doing the activations, especially
Mm.
because at the time I was already very much into meditation. So it was also easier for me to absorb it.
Mm.
So those experiences were very profound for me. And also, I love the fact that I am able to, when something happens, I am able to share it with you. And that, okay, when something happens, I would always think of, oh, yeah, Kevin actually mentioned this to me once, or I should tell this to Kevin. And sometimes I would say it out loud, and my friends would be like, who's Kevin?
Okay, wonderful. Well, what would you say to someone who's like struggling with meditation or even their life as yeah, what advice would you be able to give them and they would want to consider working
Well, first of all, I understand if you're having difficulties meditating because at first I was also in the same boats. Even when I started working with Kev, it wasn't constant for me at first to do the meditations. It took time, practice, and a lot of dedication. And to be honest, hitting my rock bottom. So my advice is don't wait for your rock bottom.
Mm.
Don't wait for your rock bottom to start meditating because it can literally um, get better from here. You don't have to wait for your rock bottom. It can get better from here. Just have the dedication. Even 5 minutes, 7 minutes, of your time every day. Do nothing but breathe.
That's it.
And eventually it adds up,
Mm.
1% better every day is better than zero.
Mm.
Always.
Love it. Absolutely. And it's as easy as breathing as well. And just
Exactly.
so finally looking back, what do you think the most valuable part of your journey was?
Most valuable journey part of me. You know what? For me, everything just I was actually thinking about my ex earlier
Mm.
before we started the meeting, and I thought to myself like, wow, the learnings that I made throughout that relationship are something that probably if you ask me if I would do it again, I would probably say yes. The thing with me is that I don't I don't like regretting anything in my life.
Mm.
Everything happened for a reason. Obviously, it would have been better if I didn't have to. I didn't like if the universe didn't have to force it out of me, but
Yeah.
instead I did it purposely.
Mm.
But at the same time, everything from the business, to imagine there was a reason. I didn't want to come to Boracay, but there was a reason that I needed to be here.
Mm. Wow.
Okay. And
Yeah.
now it feels like I am living the best life I've had in years
Wow.
again. And it feels like it's just gonna get better from here. Like you said, there will be challenges, but any challenge that comes my way, it feels like now I am equipped with something
Yes.
that I can just go through them without losing myself.
Mm. Amazing. Amazing. And that's what
Yeah.
what happens when you follow your heart. It'll lead you to where you are as well.
Yeah.
What would you tell someone who is kind of like on the fence and maybe a bit hesitant to work with me as well? What kind of advice with them?
I would say at first I was also hesitant to work with Kev. And because at this time I didn't know if it was, I was already starting getting into spirituality, but not to this level. And you
Mm.
know what? When I finally did it, when I finally decided to change change my, so if you want to give yourself for another life, to get that one chance again, whatever it is that you want to do, start with literally start with doing a session with Kevin, and then you can decide after that. Just one session, and you will feel it immediately.